Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my first video on this channel, and this channel is going to be about baking. I'm going to teach you guys how to bake. So let's get started. Today we are going to be baking chocolate bar cookies. These are of my own invention, so I hope you enjoy. So the first thing we're going to do is add a half a cup of butter into the mixer. The next thing we're going to do is add 3/4 a cup of brown sugar. Try to make sure that you pack the brown sugar. And now we're going to add it into the mixer. Next we need 1/4 a cup of white sugar. Let's add this into the mixer. And now we're going to mix this up. We're going to mix until smooth and creamy. It's starting to get pretty smooth and creamy, so I'm going to stop the mixer. So you don't want to overbeat this. So there we go. Next I added 1 egg. I'm going to mix this up. Now cookies are a pretty simple thing to make, so all of you guys will be able to make this. And there are some pretty fancy cookies out there, such as macaroons and French macarons. And as soon as you master cooking and baking cookies, it'll be really simple to make those fancy ones. The next thing I'm going to add is a teaspoon of baking soda. Here is the teaspoon. Next I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I put it in the mixer, and now I'm going to mix that up. It is now all smooth and creamy, and the next thing we're going to want to add is almond flour. You're going to need 1/4 cup of this. There we go, into the mixer. I'm going to mix that up. So I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but these cookies are going to be gluten-free, and so I am going to be using my gluten-free flour mix. I made this by hand. All you really need is some rice flour and a few other types of flour. If you look it up, there's great recipes on the internet for gluten-free flour, and we are going to add 1 1/4 cups of this into our dough. So that's in there, and also because I live at a higher altitude, I added about 1/3 cup more flour. It helps so that the cookies actually rise and they're not so flat. I'm gonna go ahead and mix this up, and it should form into a nice dough. So it's starting to form there. I'm probably gonna need a bit more flour because it's more battery than doughy. So I'll go ahead and add that. So I added about 1/2 cup more flour. That should help thicken up this dough. And it did. So it can be a titch sticky, but so this should work out pretty well. I'm going to get out the cookie trays now. Here is my cookie tray. I lined it with some parchment paper so the cookies would not stick. And now for the secret ingredient to these cookies, chocolate bars. So if you have any melted chocolate bars or just any chocolate bars in general, these are great for these cookies. I have here a Heath bar, which is a milk chocolate English toffee bar, which I'm going to be chopping up. And I also have this M&M's milk chocolate Crispies bar. And then I have this M&M's Peanut Crispies bar. So I am going to be chopping all these up on a cutting board and mixing them in with the cookies. Here is how the cookie dough turned out. I ended up adding some sprinkles into it, some red, white, and blue sprinkles, and then I added all of those chocolate bars, and so this should turn out really good. And now I'm going to start taking it, rolling it into balls, and placing it on the cookie tray. Here are the finished cookies. Well, not finished, just rolled into balls and about to go in the oven. I preheated my oven to 350 as you should yours, and these are going to bake for 10 to 12 minutes. It depends on your altitude and how much flour you added. So I'm about to put these in the oven, and then I will show you how they turn out. And here is the finished product, you guys. Chocolate bar cookies. They are so delicious. Just so good. I would recommend trying these. They are super easy to make and they are gluten-free. So if you have allergies, you can use the gluten-free flour. Or if you don't have allergies, all you have to use is gluten flour. It's as simple as that. So make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye.